Let's talk Red Rising by Pierce Brown while I get into my skincare. But first, can we get into this gorgeous, beautiful cover artwork? This is like a special edition. All right, we're going to talk about parts 1 through 6 of Red Rising. And I am somebody that does not typically read sci-fi, but I do love a dystopian story. So far, this book is giving me Divergent and Hunger Games, except this is a more adult, mature version because Hunger Games and Divergent are definitely more young adult. I'm also somebody that loves fantasy, loves romantasy, and like those types of books. So this is definitely like a different vibe of a book for me. But my boyfriend started reading it, and the way he was talking about it, I was like, I actually need to like get sucked into this world. So our main character is Darrow, who is a 16-year-old Red, and he's a Helldiver. In this world and society, it's ranked by colors. Red is the absolute lowest bottom tier, and gold is the top tier, the elite, the best of the best. And they're literally bred to look and be a certain way. Each color has its own specific job. So the reds are miners, which is Darrow, our main character. Darrow is what they call a hell diver, so he goes really deep into the mines. And he, I think, is one of the best on their team, but they're made to compete against the other miners. So there's like the Gammas, the Lambdas. Darrow wants to really win the laurel this year so that they can have sugar, I think coffee, tea, fruit, dyes, silks, and get kind of like a care package or gift basket of all of the things that they wouldn't normally get on any given day. They literally struggle to keep food on the table. They're typically small, frail, starving. Like they are poor unless they win this laurel to give them some kind of boost. This is how they live day to day. Darrow is only 16 years old and is married to Io. And honestly, guys, I did not see this coming. Io dying was like not on my list of possibilities of things that would happen, especially so soon into the book. I also feel like I really fell in love with her character so quickly, even though we only got to know her for such a short amount of time. I really feel like we got like very good glimpses of her and maybe like 2 really good chapters, a little bit about her, but we just see how much she means to Darrow and how much he loves her and how anything he does is basically for her. Darrow has already lost his father, and now he's losing Io, like the one thing he truly had to live for. She takes him to the garden, which is basically like this greenhouse, if you really think about it. And they see plants and butterflies and caterpillars and things they've literally never seen before because they live on Mars. Mars is a red, barren, sandy planet. Io wants to show Darrow that there is more to this life and like this is what they're keeping from us. And basically is telling him like, you have to do something about this. Like we need to rise up. We need to take a stand. And low-key is saying his dad was a coward because his dad didn't do enough. He could have done more and he didn't do enough. And Darrow needs to be the one to do enough. And the interesting thing I found about this is that in the beginning of the book, I feel like Darrow has the thoughts and tendencies of a rebel. He's like, you know, these things don't mean much. Doesn't really love the laws of the society that they live in. But when it comes down to actually execution and putting those like rebellious thoughts and ideologies into practice, he's too afraid to do it, which is the whole point. Like it's oppressive, it's an oppressive society, and he's too afraid. So when Io is sitting there, when they're laying down in the garden and is telling him like, Darrow, you need to do this, you know, for us, for our family, you know, you need to rise above. She already knows in that moment she's going to die. And Darrow kind of sees it like she's talking with a finality and it's scaring him. He's like, I don't know why she's doing this. I don't know why she's talking to me like this. He's worried for sure. Was interesting to me when he was kind of like, you know, whoa, like why are you talking to me like this? Like why are you saying these things? And you know, it took him aback, but I honestly thought he was going to just jump on board and be like, you know what, you're right, let me do this, let's do this for you, let's do this together for our family, etc. The way they die is so horrific, and I wonder if the punishments for the other tiers are going to be kind of like the same or if they're just as horrific, because you get hung in front of your color they film it, it's on TV. So that's where that Hunger Games aspect comes in. It's being filmed for like consumption. But also the reason why I was such a surprise that Io died was because all they were gonna get was lashings. That was supposed to be it. It's Io's turn, and she starts singing a forbidden song. And they let her finish the song, but Io knows, like, singing that song, she's going to die. So Darrow's like, oh my god, she's singing this song. Like, what's gonna happen? What is she doing? Please take me instead. They don't listen, they don't care. And the next scene is Io being hung. She whispers something to her little sister, and her sister turns to Darrow and just starts bawling and crying. But those are her final words. So she didn't pick Darrow, which I also thought was very interesting. She's being hung, and if you don't want them to struggle, like your lover or person that, you know, cares about you or is strong enough to do it is supposed to pull your legs down so your neck breaks so that you die without suffering. And that's what Darrow does. He pulls her legs, she's dead. So, I mean, oh my god, I just, it was, I'm at a loss for words. Like, it was shocking. It was a shock. So after that, of course, Darrow is extremely depressed, and he doesn't want to wake up, doesn't want to do his job, doesn't want to do anything anymore. He has no reason or purpose left to live. And everything he was doing was for Io. And now he's like, I have nothing to live for, so I'm done. At the end of part 6, Darrow dies. And in this moment, I'm honestly just like in shock. Like, how is this happening? Like, Io just died. How are we gonna have our main character die already? Like, that doesn't even make sense. But I think with the weird conversation he had with his uncle, the weird way he was feeling about the drink and the drink his uncle gave him, it's kind of giving like something is gonna happen. Like, maybe he's not really dead and we're gonna uncover something else. But overall, I'm so hooked on this book already. I cannot wait to continue to the next few parts, and I will definitely share my updates as we go along. Let me know if you guys want something also spoiler free or recap per chapter as well, or if I should just do them in chunks like this. I am hooked onto this book. I love it so much. Pierce Brown, you are truly a genius, and this world and society, I already know it's devastating. I know it's devastating and I'm not ready for it, but at the same time, like, bring it on.